welcome to Brand Equity with me, Sonali Krishna. Now, this is not the show that simply gives you the weekly wrap. This is a show that gets under the skin and delves deep into the advertising and marketing space. The next 30 minutes promises to keep you on the edge, so let's get straight to business and take a look at what we've got lined up for you in the next half hour. On the show, cricket on the wall, but is it the fairest of them all? After India's tragic performance in England, is it still the money magnet it used to be? We take a look at the impact on cricket investment in the upcoming tournament. Mindshare bagged the media agency of the year at MVs yet again, making this their fourth consecutive win. What is it going to take to break the Mindshare spell? And last but not the least, it will go down in history as the biggest standoff independent India has witnessed. And as the dust settles, Brand Equity asks the creative fraternity to critically evaluate Steve Anna's brand campaign and their personal message to the living legend. Who would have thought that in this cricket-obsessed nation, we would actually get to a point where the public believes that there is such a thing as too much cricket? And not only is this cricket overdose giving viewers sore eyes, but post-India's England disaster, at least in the test format of the game, advertisers too seem to be quite concerned. Is cricket then finally losing its premium edge? It's an interesting question that Tara Kapoor attempts to answer.
India lifts the World Cup. The president of the ICC. The party begins.
From super success to humiliating failure, the Indian cricket journey has been one crazy rollercoaster ride. And the recently concluded series whitewash in England sent tremors not only through the Indian cricketing lineup.
We have been trying our best. At times we can be outplayed at the top level.
But to the advertising fraternity as well. So much so that there were doubts if this sport will continue to be the money magnet it's been in the past. And will it lose its cult-like status in this cricket-crazy nation?
Sponsorships will take a hit, but also the endorsements for the cricketers.
Even IPL might find it tough to defend its huge rate.
Cricket is a spectacularly overvalued and high-risk platform.
Here's a quick look at the spot rates of the last few series. The World Cup fetched anything between 3.75 to 5 lakhs. The rates went up to 5 lakhs for IPL 4. The India Tour of West Indies ODIs had an asking rate of about 2 lakhs, while its test matches were sold at about 1 to 1.5 lakhs. India's Tour of England fetched similar rates as the West Indies series. But all that could be in jeopardy if cricket rates go in for a correction thanks to India's disastrous performance. According to TAN, the first match clocked a TVR of 0.98 and the second managed a rating of 1.15 in hopes of an Indian comeback. But post that, the journey has only been downhill, with the third match getting a TVR of 0.7 and the fourth a 0.63 TVR.
They continue their flop performance for longer term. I feel there could be anywhere between 25 to 40% drop in rates and ratings. Which is quite natural because, as such, Indian audience will figure out that it's not any longer a number one team. The whole success that you saw as a number one team or the success of World Cup had its impact of around 20 to 30% in ratings or in rates, which can turn back easily when the performance goes down.
This is a massive crack that has happened, and of course the sponsorships will take a big hit. And I think writing is on the wall, because if you notice, brands like Airtel, which were so committed to cricket, have moved away from Champions League and have actually gone and put nearly 80 odd crores in Formula One. So that's pretty much the signs of times where sponsors actually want return on investment. And I don't think they believe that after this defeat, for some time at least, Indian cricket will really bounce back to the same values that they used to get in the past.
जब तक बल्ला चल रहा है, ठाट चल रहा है. जब बल्ला नहीं चलेगा तो फिर.
And it's not only cricket as a property that might bear the brunt of India's current losing streak. Cricketers too might soon feel the heat, as it directly impacts the weight of their wallets. While the anticipation of Sachin's 100th still makes him a solid bet for advertisers,
Castrol active protection hai, so confidence hai.
it's the younger lot, the Suresh Rainas, Virat Kohlis and Yuvraj Singhs of the world that might feel the pinch sooner than they would like.
If I was a marketer, I would never invest in a cricketer because we've seen this happen time and again. They have one fantastic series, everyone's a hero, And all it takes is 6 months for the euphoria to die down, for people to get dropped from the team. We've seen it happen 6 times in Yuvraj's career. We've seen it happen in Irfan Pathan. I just think that marketers need to make brand ambassador decisions over a 2, 3, 4-year horizon. You can't sign someone on the basis of one tournament and have him disappear from the team 6 months later.
You're going to see fresh legs coming into play for sure. I mean, I'm sure BCCI has taken account. Also, like they say that when Dhoni won the World Cup, he got the maximum glory. And I think, Dhoni is going to take a massive hit in this one. It's unfair that it's happened to him, so quickly. But rightfully so, I think Van Dhoni has taken a massive hit.
Some of the marginal players who had almost become heroes after the World Cup triumph, their market value will definitely suffer. I fear that they will need to really perform out of their skin in order to have the market value climb up again. You might as well see that in terms of the market for hiring players as endorsement deals, that might actually go down a bit.
Fortunately for the not so long ago demigods, most of the endorsement deals and spot rates for the upcoming tournaments have already been sealed, with the India-England ODIs virtually sold out. So the hit on rates is not happening just yet. A series loss, and that too in the test format of the game, still means advantage broadcasters.
We haven't seen any impact on cricket so far as the advertiser is concerned. I look at only historical data. So there was a certain price that we were selling the India cricket in 2007. Today, if you look at the price, is more or less doubled. So we haven't seen any kind of a slowdown really happen when rates for India cricket are concerned at all. The advertisers and media buyers, they are going to have an upper hand when it comes to the second level of tournaments. So these are the bilateral series, ODI series, test series, etc.
But if the slump continues and we see India's core performance impact its ODI and T20 performances, there might be reason for concern, especially with the never-ending cricket season.
You cannot just take it for granted that if there is cricket, there is going to be audience and it's always going to be a good deal. So I think more and more advertisers are going to realize this, and more and more, including ourselves, we will be looking at far better measurability of ROI than just climbing onto a bandwagon because it's cricket.
There is going to be a rippling effect on all the subsequent ODIs that are planned, be it India, England, which is just going to be happening before Diwali in India. I think all of them may face a little bit of a demand-supply equation.
Could this be the beginning of the cricket exodus? A trend that could have possibly already begun, with telecom giant Bharti Airtel dumping its Champions League title sponsorship and moving to Formula One.
A brand like Airtel, when it works out a brand strategy and brand communication strategy, it looks at a portfolio of properties and propositions. And therefore, the cricket overload was there, and if we wanted to diversify, we had to take some calls and make some choices. And I think it's just a question of choice.
Be it Formula One, big-ticket properties like KBC, Bigg Boss, and a multitude of others, or the good old staple diet of soaps, cricket in India will have some serious competition going forward. And after India's disastrous test performance in England, cricket can no more command the blind faith from advertisers. Its only saving grace being its undying love affair with the Indian masses. But if the bad spell continues, that unconditional love might soon become conditional.
Lucky for broadcasters and cricketers who've already sealed their deals, but the story will get very interesting in a few months. Time to take a quick break, but stay with us on the other side. Mindshare bags the media agency of the year yet again. We spoke to Mindshare's rivals to find out where they're going wrong.